You remember
I mean?
Matthew Shepard? Do you remember how
it turned out?
Do you remember how hard they pushed that in school?
They did
It
push
turned
that
into
hard.
tears from girls.
That was like a year of psychological abuse. Was Matthew Shepard? If you guys might be too young to know this, but this is the original. This is the very beginning of the LGBTQ stuff in schools.
Yes,
in middle school. Everybody told us. Everybody went on for weeks and weeks and
years
weeks
to make movies about him. Everyone's talking about
a new story.
people
This
gays
poor,
just for being gay. Yeah, I've done that a few
boy,
times.
Matthew Shepard. They dragged him from a truck just because he was gay.
he couldn't.
Oh, that's right, the truck.
They tried to water ski behind a truck and he couldn't.
They did a Faces of Death on him, and then next thing, just like all the things that get the movie treatment, that get all of that treatment, all of this, it turns out to be a hoax. It was just like a bad drug dealer or a jilted lover.
He was killed by his meth dealer boyfriend or some fucking thing.
Didn't have anything to do because straight guys don't generally beat gays to death. They generally don't do that.
But this right after this is when in my school they introduced the Gay Straight Alliance.
Oh, yes. I remember those days.
That was the
that.
after school club where like all the girls, all the art kids went to be like friends. You would be friends with, be in the Gay Straight Alliance.
The 8 fat art girls were friends with the 3 actual gay kids.
It sounds like a way to recruit, how they look for smart kids in a certain way and then they'll come visit you. I think the Gay Straight Alliance is like a recruitment campaign, like the Boy Scouts. Center. Yeah, they're like this. This is going to bring out the dandies.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for some ass. Yeah.
Matthew Shepard is the best. I love him. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo of him.
He's a good guy. I have a tattoo of him on my butt cheeks.
Yes. It says my boyfriend.
It says my boyfriend.
My boyfriend can't water ski that good. My boyfriend he was doing jackass moves on the back of a truck.
And just like Martin Luther King Jr. and all that stuff, when it comes out, when all this stuff comes out, it's never retracted.
No.
It all stays up. They remain cultural heroes.
It stays there forever.
Yeah, like the new Martin Luther King stuff that just came out that he was like big pervy.
Yeah, he was laughing. Well, I mean, hey, look.
He's a big orgy guy.
I could sit here and write an FBI document right now. And you know what I'm saying? Anyone can write anything. But still,
it would be legit, too.
Yeah. Why not?
We could just contribute it to the canon,
we
to the wiki.
We should add to the discovery.
Well, we had Kennedy to look up to our whole lives. We had JFK.
Yeah, he did a lot of good.
Yeah, he was everybody, like the whole Northeast, let's be honest. Every well-to-do white family
Camelot,
in
definitely.
the Northeast.
Yep.
Let's be honest. JFK is our Obama.
Yeah.
I don't know about your family.
Yep.
Ours was like, oh, JFK is the man. And I always remember being like, how long was he in office for? He must have got a lot done. And they were like, he was in there for 3 months. So like, how long was JFK in office for?
I don't know.
JFK was in office for I don't know.
But he got taken out for trying to dismantle the CIA. Isn't that correct? Is that the case?
It was
Brazil.
No nukes and CIA.
No nukes for
Brazil.
Yeah.
2 years,
Stuff.
2.5 years.
He was uncomfortable with
Brazil.
having nukes, which was an interesting concept.
I think is he a hero? Is he a good person?
I don't even remember.
I thought the rumors coming out about him were real fucking rough. It was like some fucking Martin Luther King shit.
Just sex addictions. That's all I hear.
He
All I
just
hear from
fucked
him
a bunch
is
of broads. Who cares?
Yeah, but it was like he was like a fucking druggie, pretty rough too.
yeah, like
real,
he'd always blow his back out fucking a girl every half an hour, so he's always on pain pills.
like that kind of shit.
So what?
That's true. It could be worse. You could be doing worse shit. It's just weird to me that presidents do that in between walls. Like that's so strange.
No great man is also a good man. It's two different types of thing.
Oh yeah,
a good man is not going to be president.
and just him and his fucking family full of fucking what
about the daughter?
Who's the daughter?
But go
Caroline?
ahead.
No, it was just like the fucking brother that's getting cocked and driving and turns into the river and shit like that.
Oh yeah, chap it quick, man.
Yeah, he's just like, come on, you gotta blow me for a little while.
You got Patches and right in Providence getting busted on pain pills. He's like this writing laws, putting you in jail for having a few beers. He's on pain pills. He's driving around. Fuck you.
It's just like that kind of shit. Where he's like, hey, don't do the right thing.
Hey, do you remember when Robert Byrd was his eulogy to Ted Kennedy when it was like, I love you, I miss you, dear sweet Ted. It's like, if you haven't heard that in a while, well, man, maybe you don't feel like it, but it's good. He was emotionally staggered, I guess, by the death of his good friend Ted Kennedy.
This is like ancient history. I don't think our fans are even know.
This is ancient. Robert Byrd was in the
JJJ.
He's a Grand Dragon. He's a Democrat. Or was he? I actually don't remember. I think he was. I don't remember. It's unbelievable.
He's
man.
200 years old. Is he still alive, Robert Byrd?
No. He went to hell many years ago.
He's hanging out with Sonny Bono.
Yeah, he's hanging out with
Chaz
Chaz.
Bono.
He's skiing. He's playing football.
Robert Byrd.
Oh, he died in 2010.
Yeah, he's been roasting for a bit.
He's hanging out with that guy that shot himself in the video, Bud.
Yeah, Bud
Dwyer.
Dwyer.
Oh,
Bud
yeah,
Dwyer.
Bud.
He's hanging out with Bud Dwyer down there.
I'm not so sure if Bud's in hell though. I think that
He's in Valhalla, probably.
he might be. He was roped into this big case of conspiracy and all this stuff, things that he wasn't guilty of, but by the association and some case fixing or whatever the hell, they pinned it all on him, and they were going to convict him and pull his pension for his family, so he killed himself before his pension was pulled.
Oh,
I think-
That's what if my memory says.
He wrote a letter to Biden before he killed himself.
He's like this: never change. You look good this way. Don't look the way you're going to.
Yeah, on January
Crazy
20th,
stuff.
he wrote a
Isn't
letter
that wild?
to then Senator Joe Biden.
wow.
These guys are all so weird. I mean, why would you ever seek political power unless you're
If you're a maniac,
fucking
freak.
freak.
Yeah, you're from hell.
through the world from
Brazilian.
They never did a song like that. Why?
No, it was always about
Wow.
the burning crosses and the.
JJJ.
Have you ever?
Of course.
JJJ.
First of all, they're just like many of the villains that exist in this world. They only exist in movies and TV and music.
JJJ.
They were really bad
Yeah, they
guys.
did so much damage. They did so much damage. Well, I don't want to. There's some certain cases that I remember. Not they
JJJ.
didn't even side with Leo Frank. Let me just put it that way. They were like this. Nah. They're like this. The black guy. We don't believe he did it.
JJJ.
Racist pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Christian racists.
The amount of black guys I
White
saw getting
Christians.
beaten to death as a kid.
Many. Can we see if we can get one of the engineers from this mic arm company on the show for an interview?
You gonna give it to him?
I'd like to have a talk.
With that specific mic arm?
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
This looks familiar.
This is a Chinese guy that speaks one word of Chinese. He speaks one word of.
My first question would be, what's this?
Sure.
That's called the rumble effect optimizer.
No, he just texted me. He said, sure.
What's that?
Sure.
That's question one that I would have of many.
I mean, it wasn't enough to drill the fucking thing right into the desk. I guess
No.
that what's next? You could just put cement, a column.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta use
To go down to the foundation.
epoxy.
Yeah, you need
You
to
gotta drill into the foundation.
Yeah, you have to go way down. Not far enough. Lower. You need like anchor bolts in the top of the fucking sonotubes.
I mean, you need like a freaking what's the pop? Not the pop filter, but the shock. You need a shock mount for the boom arm.
Yeah.
Do you need a waterbed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gyroscope.
That has been driving me nuts, man. Like, see this setup here?
You
like it?
It's. I mean, it's interesting. I've enjoyed setups like this in the past, and even in the present. I mean, you could just get boom mics just pointed right here.
Yeah. Just get 3 boom operators.
Yeah, just have a guy holding it the whole time.
That might have to happen. Something like that. Something radical. I'm telling you, something radical is going to have
Could
to
just
happen.
do labs.
Something radical is going to have to
Oh
happen.
yeah, what about labs?
They crinkle a little too much.
Ah.
Yeah, there can be some. Especially if you do it wirelessly, dude, you're going to be enjoying some technical difficulties.
Although I will say, Ben from Fish Tank, Ben Taylor, he within like 4 days became the pro sound guy, and the sound for Extreme Peace. It's all Sennheiser Labs with Electrosonics, and somehow Ben figured out like it was a very difficult thing to do. Get that sound on lav mics good. It sounds fucking awesome.
I like that Ben figured that out because Ben is the man. Like when it comes to like to think that Ben was like, dude, I got this. Chill.
I know. It's a thing that a regular person you'd have to you'd do it. It would take you like 6 months of like practicing.
That bag would have been in a pool if I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben is a resilient guy.
Nah, dude.
He's a Brazilian
I got
guy.
this.
Dude, you don't gotta put the bag in the pool, bro. I'll figure it out. No, bro. Just step away for like, give me 10 minutes. He called me last week for like a car problem. He's like, bro, I found this car. I think it's a pretty fat deal. And I was like, what's the car? He's like,
It was a Jaguar, right?
no, it was an Impala on Carvana. And I was like, Ben, no. He's like, it's got low miles and it's cheap as shit. He told me the miles were low. The price was not cheap as shit. He goes, it's good because it was a rental. I'm like, it's bad because it was a rental.
You'd like this. What he got his idea after you rejected that one. He sent me a Jaguar XJ8.
What?
Why did-
XJ?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he go for the Jaguar concept car? You see that roll out?
Yeah.
He pulls in with that.
It's the pink one. It's the hot pink one with fucking trains in it.
People get signals from their environment that affect their psychology and even their genetics. So if you have, for example, in one of the reasons, aside from the xenoestrogens and the endocrine disruptors and everything that's in the water and food, why children become sexual earlier is because there's this in a war zone when your genetics get signaled. Oh, is that Ben Taylor?
And
Hi.
Jet.
Yo.
Joey.
Hi.
When
We're just
you're
talking about you, dude.
when you get a genetic signal that you're in a war zone and you have to fight for survival, that sends in like an epigenetic signal for your body to start becoming sexually active sooner. So when the father leaves the home, that's why the daughters end up being sluts. That's why kids are like, blowing each other in middle school and stuff, is when fathers leave the home and when there's these chaotic, like this sort of end of the sky is falling type messaging that's promoted out throughout media. That's one of those things that does that. And I think that the SUV thing, it's because in a war zone, you would in a sort of an apocalyptic scenario or in a sky is falling scenario, you would want to have your stuff with you like a hobo with a bindle.
Yeah.
You would want, like, if you were a hobo, if we were hobos, we would have big ass shopping carts with a tent and all our stuff in it, and we would guard it, and we wouldn't be like the fun happy-go-lucky bums in Venice Beach, just nothing that matters, just kick a can down the road. We would have to have our stuff in a shopping cart, and we'd be anxious that everybody's coming to steal from our shopping cart at all times. So we have to watch over it. And I think that's psychologically, that's part of why people want and need SUVs nowadays, is because there's this, because it is obvious that the sort of fabric of civilization is not necessarily breaking down, but thinning, maybe breaking down at the edges. And, you want to have your stuff with you like a fucking homeless person all the time.
That's like a little chisel they created. Like that's one of the chisels to chisel away the fabric of society.
Just more MK Ultra,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Make you feel like that. I thought it was because lawsuits and like people dying inside cars equals big problems for automakers. I always thought automakers in the NFL carried out big, large research projects for like military and government. Like the fact that like Ford spent $3 billion a year on R&D to make the Escape.
It's actually hard. It's actually hard to believe.
It's like one of those things you talk about, like NASA.
Weird.
NASA gets billions of
Yep.
like $1 billion a year or whatever they get, But like
where does it go?
every car company spends billions of dollars, but they're actually researching like metals. You know what I mean? Like Formula One is a testing ground for technology.
They've got some guy with a microscope and a fluoroscope and a fucking spectral analyzer.
All right.
Looking at a cross section of a Ford Escape to make sure it's good enough for the American.
He's getting like $800 million a year.
And he's finding flaws, and they're fixing it with high technology nanomachines
Oh,
in the
there
Ford
it is.
Escape.
It's like,
Yeah,
I found out what it is. It doesn't have enough zinc.
yeah.
Give
in the
that car
alloy.
a shot.
There it is. Where's my billion?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's every year. Like every year, every company.
Well, you know this because the cars that we drive and look at and rent and everything, they're getting, I would say about $1 billion better every year.
Sure
At least.
Look at the new Yukon. It's great.
It's $1 billion better.
It's easy to see it.
Mhm.
I mean, you put like honestly, you break it down. If they're gonna sell, 7 to 9 million of them a year, then that's like 10,000 each improved.
Their R&D has to be just a mission to with the metallurgy and all that, just to drive costs down but to raise the price of everything and pretend that all this R&D is expensive and this is space age technology. They just spent money to make things cheaper.
It's probably stealing. It's probably just it's Apple boxing.
They're just sending it to the government.
It's the safety of your family. Do you really want to skimp out on that, Nick?
Do you want to see your kid's brain splattered on the ground? Thank you.
And like
Sign
you
the
said with the
papers.
Jeep, remember people were dying in the Jeep? The
Yeah.
rollovers that
Yeah.
you were talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah. So they had to make them all 4 doors. They're like, no, 4-door Jeep. The geometry of a Jeep was just they're rolling over all like the CJ, the high rollover capabilities. The 2-door SUVs were rolling over hard. The Ford Explorer 2 doors, the Mazda Navajos, they're rolling over at high rates. The original 1994 Ford Explorer had a tire that wouldn't wear down. Did you ever hear that? Look up 1994 Ford Explorer tires. They're like, I think they're BF Goodrich AT grapplers. They didn't wear down, and they were like, kill those tires.
Yeah, wow.
They were like the perfect tire.
200,000 mile tire.
Yeah, no, literally, they were like didn't break down, like Ford Explorer perfect tire.
So in other words, nothing goes forwards. Everything only goes backwards.
right?
It has to. Well, how are these people going to stay employed?
I
If
guess
they made
so.
if they made a car that lasted forever, then why would you buy new ones? It's also the end.
Self seal.
No.
That thing I keep trying to figure out what the name of it is. The engineer's dilemma is if you engineer the perfect product, how do you have a job in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, no. Here, fuck this up for me.
Wow.
Just hire a woman.
No, not self-seal, but it's not going to be possible to Google that.
No, yeah, you can sometimes you can find them like in junkyards, and people they're like relic tires. They're like on 15-inch or 16-inch rims, like whatever they came with. It's super funny. It's just super funny.
That's what my mom had. She had an Eddie Bauer first gen Explorer, which was really great.
It was.
It was really great.
Leather and everything. Was it nice?
I think it had leather.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had like a light tan leather inside.
Green with a tan trim.
Thing was awesome.
Had the good wheels on it.
Did she take it off road or anything at all?
She did a lot.
That's so nice.
Samuel, we need to do this.
When there's there were like there were media articles about those things rolling over, about SUVs rolling over.
Yeah.
That obviously they blew way out of proportion.
Yeah.
But my mom really bought into that super hard, and she would always warn me, "You're gonna roll over. You don't want to roll it over.
So what if you do?
Be careful, Samuel. It's gonna roll.
It's gonna you're fucking 6.
You're gonna roll it over." Yeah,
She's
yeah.
telling you you're gonna roll over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Take it easy, mom. Yeah, nah, but I mean, I swear it's just all lawsuits and protecting it, but it's a Jeep thing.
Listen, you don't understand, all right?
You always go back to cars.
You don't have ducks on your dashboard.
I don't have ducks on my dashboard. I'm not a lesbian gym teacher.
You wouldn't get it.
This the rollover Olympics?
This guy's just dead. Everybody's cheering. Woo! Oh shit!
Oh,
Broken neck.
yo!
Fucking idiot. Fuck Jeeps.
Why would you do that without like a roll cage or something?
Oh.
Yeah, the roll cage worked good, huh? Just crushed your head.
Is it ineffective?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, look how thin those metal bars that roll cage is. How could that thing be truly effective with all the weight?
I mean, you deserve it. If you're fucking out there playing in the desert as a grown man, with a job and children,
We'll be there.
Hey, what's he in Star Wars? Oh,
I was going back to Tatooine.
You should
with
throw.
that one.
They should have to throw a stick of dynamite in that hole, like right after you roll over.
a concrete truck pulls out just immediately concrete.
fills you with concrete.
No, it's like 10 trucks immediately, so you can't even get out. How is he gonna roll this over?
Yeah, fuck.
He's
you.
got it.
Yeah, there you go.
He's that good.
There you go. 25,000 down the drain.
Oh,
Oh.
guess he's lucky he's
moron.
alive. Crusty demons.
Yep.
Fucking dipshit.
This guy's got spider
That was
webs.
his fate.
No, this guy's dead. He's going down the hill 70 miles an hour instant roll.
These guys never go fast enough. Is that a female holding the camera?
Of course. Jesus.
Help me!
Oh, kills the dog.
The dog through the back
Oh,
windshield.
look at the dog. Holy shit.
Oh no!
Fucking moron.
Yo! The sound is good, though.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
good.
It's like a mono track.
Wile E. Coyote, Hanna-Barbera sound effects over here. What happened to your glasses, Charles?
They've been broken for a bit.
Oh, you've been wearing it like that this whole time?
Yeah. It's pretty good. You like them?
Yeah.
And you know, when you mentioned dignity a few minutes ago. I got new contacts coming in, but my allergies are so bad. I'm just gonna wear these. No, I'll get some new ones, some extra ice ones.
Some Oakleys.
Oakley contacts.
Oakley ice.
No, they're prescription, like snowboarding freaking visors. I wish.
They make those? Do they make snowboarding prescription?
I think so.
They probably do, but not mine. But they.
No, there must be some sort of insert.
Well, if they were a heavy prescription, the glass would probably be this thick on the sides.
It would be
awesome.
straight up good. It'd be like I have a solid ruby freaking glasses.
You'd
walking
probably
around.
you'd see your whole face like refracted this size in the center of it.
70 of them. You have like
Wide angle.
You have fly vision on the side of your head.
Ugh.
Bug eye lens.
But it is time for new glasses.
Yeah.
Man,
Dignity of it.
where are you gonna go?
Oh, well, I got this guy in Woonsocket I've been going to for so long.
Really?
Lens
Yeah.
Who is
crafters.
Lens Crafters. It's Kenyan.
Kenyan?
Yeah, for 20 years, man, straight up. He's the best.
He goes
No
by
shit.
Lens Crafters.
Yeah, I like him. He's John Crafters. Lens, Bob Lens,
Chris Crafters.
We had an account
Larry
called
Lens.
Rhode Island.
He's the best. He's such a god. He's the first guy. I just remember I had an Egyptian eye doctor, and I remember my parents always tell me he was good with kids because I always used to talk trash about him, but he could never get me contacts to fit properly. They just wouldn't fit properly. So I was tortured quite a bit in my younger years. But then when I went to a doctor who was a bit more related to me, if I'll put it that way.
He knew how to work on non-Egyptian eyes.
Yeah, the thing is that he was used to American eyes.
Yeah.